I have the privilege of being the Director of Missions for Grand Crossings, but greater than that, I get to be a member of your church. I am a member of your church, and I get to go on that mission trip. So, 7 years, since 2009, we've been going to North Dakota. Since 2010, we've been going to Botno, North Dakota, and the Turtle Mountain Reservation. And so this year we took 108 students and adults from Grand Crossings up there. Once we got there, we were about 150 strong. There was groups from Fargo and Minot that came and joined with us, and our mission group, our contacts up in North Dakota, joined with us, and we went on mission as we've done for many, many years. To a place where we would call it our backyard. It's in the United States, but when you are on the ground in the Turtle Mountain Reservation, it looks much like a third world country. When you can see the daylight in between a child's rear end and their diaper because it's been soiled for the last 2 days, and yet they want to come up to you and ask for a hug. When you have a child that comes up to you and says, "You're the nicest person I've ever met. How do I become like you?" And you lead them to the Lord because you showed them Jesus. That's what we get to do on there. That is a video that one of our local churches, Centennial Baptist Church, their youth group put together. There is one for Parker and myself and the 8 other gentlemen that were from Rising Sun that I kind of helped lead this year. There's a video that we have put together. It's about 12 minutes long. On a Sunday night, Nick and I are working out the logistics of that, but on a Sunday night, I will share with you more in depth about this mission trip. And we'll show the video, and you'll get to see kind of what we did in pictures and through testimony of what our group actually did. But we joined with the other churches in our association, 108, like I said, people from here. There was 13 vehicles that went up. It was a long convoy. It was a great, great time. This year was much different than the years in the past. We didn't have as many salvations. One year we had 67 salvations when we were there. But here's the hardest part. When you have a bunch of students who lead a bunch of people to Christ, and then the last day of ministry, they walk away saying, "Who is going to continue the work?" We have finally found a partner up there, Grace Church, as you guys saw. They're our partner in there. They're continuing the ministry. But this year, like I said, it was much different. What we saw was advocates on the reservation for our work. Not white Americans, but Native Americans advocating for what we were doing. People who had heard about us coming, who had experienced it. We had one adult say, "For my children, the 2 greatest times of the year is Christmas and the week that you guys are here." And so we saw adults, when it was pouring down rain, go and buy tarps and say, "Hey, cover the jungle gym. We want you to be here." We saw advocates for us who were on the tribal council that came alongside of us and said, "Why weren't we told that you guys were coming? We would have set up everything for you. We would have gotten all the children." One of the places we went to this year, we rented a van as we normally do, and we pulled up, and it was a brand new spot for us. It's called school housing or center housing. And the children weren't there the first couple of days until this gentleman came over and said, "Who are you? Why are you here?" He actually took out his phone and took a picture of one of our leaders. And through a conversation, the week before, the same type of van, some gentleman came trying to kidnap the children from that area. And so they're very leery, and yet when we started to love on the children, he came and said, "This is the greatest thing. How can I be an advocate for you?" That's 7 years of doing the ministry and just being the boots on the ground. And it's hard for me not to take the whole service this morning and talk to you about that. But there'll be another time, and I'm definitely open for questions and just to tell you about what's going on in the Turtle Mountains. In the history books, we read about spiritual awakenings, and that is what is happening up there. In one of the worship services, we had 5 different denominations across the state of North Dakota that joined with us in worship. And that's what it takes up there. For Southern Baptist Church, You can't find one for about 80 miles. In fact, there's only 18 in all of North and South Dakota. And so when we say that we're going to a place that does not know about Christ, that is the truth. The word has not been shared. It needs to be repioneered. It's a wide open space, and so that is why we go. This year, Parker was supposed to be here, and Parker had an accident, and he'll be here to share with you some other time. But for me, my role this year was much like my role here as the DOM. I got to cast the vision. I got to grab other mission teams that were coming to just explore and share with them what God is doing. To cast the vision, and that's what my role is really, is to cast the vision. And as a member of your church of Richland, I get to do the same thing here for our church. I love our church. Thank you for sending Parker and myself once again on this mission trip. Parker's gone before, and again, we will share. But that's just a brief view of the mission trip. You get to see it in a video or in pictures. But maybe that says something to you. Maybe you say, that looks very inviting. That looks like something I want to be a part of. Let's begin to have those conversations. Because between now and the end of the year, I'm developing adult opportunities to go to North Dakota because they need help and they need encouragement 365 days a year. The pastors that are up there, in fact, they're coming to our annual meeting in September. They have no other people, other pastors to kind of get together and share stories and to just be in brotherhood together. And so I get to do that. I get to come alongside of them. They need you as well. This place needs Jesus, just like our neighbors do. But if you're looking for a great opportunity to go on mission, yes, it's 1,028 miles all the way up there. You can drive it all the way through, but I would not advise that. I've done it before. But God is at work there, and it is a great opportunity for you to join Him. So Turtle Mountain Missions, again, we had a lot of kids, a lot of adults go from this area. Thank you for sending Parker and I on this mission. Thank you.